Welcome to Mattavara Do All Institute of Technology, MDAIT. This is the free virtual learning center for everybody. Become an eminent scientist, professor, engineer, innovator in the shortest possible time and in the simplest possible way. Learn free at any place, learn free at any time, learn free at any pace. Good luck, learners. Have a good day. This program is brought to you by Mattavara Do All Institute of Technology, MDAIT. This is the free virtual learning center for everybody. Learn almost everything free and become an eminent scientist, professor, engineer, innovator through Zoom virtual meetings, irrespective of geographical location, with or without the need for constant internet connectivity. Register your name for free webinars. How to register your name for free webinars? It is very easy. Please save 9844027371 in your mobile, that is the mobile number and WhatsApp number, and then send your name by WhatsApp text message only, and send your name by email to x9t9@yahoo.com. Please spread this message to all your contacts so that somebody in some corner of the world will get some benefit out of this free, unique, and amazing opportunity. This is an Atmanirbhar Bharata initiative. Go green, save trees. Good luck, viewers. Have a good day. Thanks to Corona for having made this possible. Disclaimer: Asvikaranam. Effort will be made to present the information correctly, clearly, and completely in this presentation. However, every keystroke is itself an important source of error, and therefore the end users are required to make use of the information provided here at their own risk, fully knowing their own personal limitations, if any. Resources: Samsadhanaha. The study material supplied by the learners is exclusively used wherever possible in the presentations, so that the learners will be able to learn from the same study material which they have. However, additional explanations, classroom examples, and exercises will be included as and when required to make the subjects more simpler and easier to learn. Video recording. The video recording of all sessions will be made available to all participants to enable them to go through the same as many times as required in individual cases to become an expert in the topic covered in the sessions through the link to YouTube, which is also beneficial to all those who could not join the online session for any reason whatsoever. Donate. Vitaranam. MDAIT is the free virtual learning center for everybody in both letter and spirit. Kindly excuse, we need donations not in the form of money, but in the form of honest opinions, meaningful suggestions, and constructive criticisms to improve the quality and clarity of presentation of the information made during this session, so that they are addressed to the best extent possible during all our future sessions and future programs in the best interest of learners. Samarpana. एषः पाठः मम सर्वेषां छात्राणां कृते समर्पितः अस्मि ये मां कथं पाठयितुं शिक्षयन्ति स्म. If we try to go through the individual words and meaning, it appears something like this. Eshaha means this. Pataha means lesson. Mama means my. Sarvesham means all. Chatranam means students. Krute means for. Samarpitaha means dedicated. Asme, asti means is. Ye means they. Mam means me. Katam means how. Patayitum means teach. Shikshayanti means taught. Sma means we, were, etc. The meaning is approximately like this lesson is dedicated to all my students who taught me how to teach. So this way we can try whatever is written, we will try to interpret depending on the words that are used and the approximate meanings attached to the word. And summarization, interpretation, understanding is our own. Yes, karoshe sat vadato. Yes, vadase sat kuru. Yes, kartum ichatam sat krutam iti abhileke darshayatu. Whether somebody is there, please? Hello.
Suprabhatam Gurubhyo Namaha.
Very good.
Akshatam.
Maybe, I could now recognize by the voice.
Thank you, sir.
That's
Thank you,
very
sir.
nice. It will take time to become familiar with the voices. Now,
Yes, sir.
yeah, can you read this message on the screen?
Yes, sir. Yat karoshi tat vadatu, yat vadasi tat kuru, yat kartum ichchitam, tat kritam iti abhilekhe darshayatuhu.
Can you roughly guess what could be the meaning, though all the words you have not learned?
Little bit I can understand is yat karoshi means whatever you do, tad vadatu, or you have to say that. Yat vadasi, whatever you say, tat kuru, you have to do that. Yat kartum ichchasi, what you wanted to do, tat kartum iti, you have to do that. Abhilekhe darshayatuhu. This I don't know, sir.
Okay, doesn't matter. At least see that much. That means nearly almost 90% we are able to understand. So approximate
yes.
meaning. See, okay. This actually no. So approximate meaning is something like this. See, there are something like ISO certified companies.
Yes,
you might have heard. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So this one summarizes the complete requirement of that ISO certification, for which companies pay crores of rupees to get that certificate. So what the summary is, first thing is say what you do. That means before doing, you must say what you are going to do. For example, I want to learn Samskruta. Now, next step it says, do what you say. Whatever you said, same thing you do, not others.
Correct.
Because you are told that you are going to do this, you have to do that one only. That nobody will ask you to do. Then the next sentence is a longer one. It says, show on record. See, darshayatu means show. Abhileke means record. That means the written summary, something like that. Written essay type, or what you are doing. Diary, something like that, a diary.
Note. You have to make a note, whatever you wanted to do.
So show on the record that you have done what you wanted to do. This is the total summary of ISO certification. So
Okay.
here we have to say we want to learn Samskruta. Because we have said that we have to learn Samskruta. Because we have only said.
Yes,
Now
correct,
we have to show on the record that we have done what we wanted to do. That means
Yeah.
here writing is important. That is why I say homework, you write something using these sentences, etc. like that. So to get familiarity with the different types of words that we normally come across, it is necessary to write several times. And if you send this by WhatsApp to me, I can go through and see whether there are any small mistakes or it is correct or can we improve upon it. All
The
that
same I had to copy, sir. The same I had to write.
Same means this depending on the topic, where words are given, we want to make sentences. You can
Yat
write this sentence.
karoshi means how to write that.
No,
Same,
this one roughly. This I am giving you myself. See, say what you do. See, this we have used something called Saulabhya in Samskruta. That means something like what do you call it as? Facilities in Samskruta. That means words can come anywhere.
Okay.
It is not that in the same order we have to read. You are able to follow?
Yeah,
So,
last class you have told that.
Yeah. So, what is said in English is say what you do. That means the certifying agency will ask you what are you doing. So first you have to tell. Afterwards they will come after some time. Maybe you will fix I will do this in 15 days, I will do it in 3 months, or I will do it in 6 months. So after 6 months they will certifying agency people will come. At that time you might have already done what you have told that you will do it. So second sentence will be like do what you say.
Okay.
Say what you do is first sentence. Do what you say is second one.
Correct.
Third sentence
Sometimes
is
we will say, but we don't do that.
Then they will not certify you as a ISO approved company. So that means you must stick to the schedule and discipline and other things, and what you said, that only you have to do. The last sentence is show on record that you did what you wanted to do.
Okay.
So if these are satisfied, they will give the certificate. For that, they charge crores of rupees, not 1 or 2, because the organizations are big, like that. So, for example, a hair cutting shop wants to go for this ISO certification. If they give money, they will give certificate. How they will do? They will ask say what you do. So they will say different photographs, and I can make like this, like this, like this. They will ask for the customer which one you want.
Correct. They will be, yes, sir. There will
give
be
some,
a chart.
Yeah, some photos they will show how you want it. Maybe you might have seen in a film in which Bean was going to the hair cutting shop. He will show the one where a boy is having a ponytail, but he has no hair, long hair. But what about this? And he will ask.
That's correct.
That is, you have to grow the hair to make like that kind of a design. So then the customer will show some picture. I want this style of hair cutting, hair dressing. So then he must do exactly like that, not different one. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, dentist, they will show a X-ray photo. They will say this fourth teeth from the left is having trouble. This we have to remove. Is it not?
Yes,
now,
sir.
If he removes the fourth tooth from the other side, opposite side, then he is not doing correctly. So like that. Now, show on record that you did what you wanted to do. That means after that you must write a summary there. I have removed the fourth tooth from the left, which may be later on either some new one will be planted there or something else like that. So the hair cutting fellow also will say, I have done as per that, this photograph number 2, which you are liking, and this is how it is. Then at the end also I will show the mirror all round to have a look whether it is okay or not. If he said this is something extra, he will cut it. But if you ask him to grow, he cannot. Is it not?
Correct,
So
sir.
that is certification. So ISO certification people will come, they will see the record here. How many he has done the hair cutting or hair dressing, and how many complaints were received there. That is asking for something and doing something else, etc. Things like that. All that they have to maintain. Then looking that, then they will say either they will certify or improve on these things, then only will certify. Like that. That is the ISO certification. Okay. Now, because I have already told, every keystroke we make is itself a source of error. There can be mistakes coming over here also. So please do alert us to any errors discovered in this presentation so that they are addressed appropriately in the best interest of the learners in all the future activities of ours. So kindly send the feedback, including but not limited to honest opinions, meaningful suggestions, constructive criticisms via email addressed to x99@yahoo.com, so that if there are any corrections that we have to make, I will certainly try to do that. Because otherwise we think whatever we are doing is right. That is the thing. So with best wishes from Attavara Dual Institute of Technology, this is the free virtual learning center for everybody. Why I am telling all this is, anything we do, the total work we can divide into 3 parts. One is head, another is body, another is tail. So if you take a book, for example, the body portion which we are interested will be at the center of the book. In the beginning, there is something that is called the head. At the end, there is something that is called the tail. So a book is complete only when the head, body, tail, all the 3 are there. It is same thing for anything. So if you go to movie, there will be body at the center. Beginning, there is some head. At the end also, there should be some tail. So normally, I am not saying tail portion in movie just HK, because they may put a thing like Subham, and that is at the end they will say. But these things should be there. So, because this will be viewed by people who have not participated in the online, we have to give them background of what is this, why we are doing. So that is the head portion. Then our lesson comes. At the end also we have to say something about our program. That is the, I am following that one. So with this background information, let us start learning something new in today's session. Just enjoy the today's session as much as we do in providing this free, unique and amazing virtual learning opportunity to everybody. So our topic is Samskruta or Sanskrit. Sarvesham krute Samskrutam. So we are starting with small words. So what will be the meaning of this? Can you read once and tell?
Sarvesham krute Samskrutam. Sanskrit is for everyone.
It's okay. Exactly, we don't want this is the right one, this is the wrong, it is not there. So it is Sanskrit for everybody. In Kannada, it will be Ellarigo Samskruta. That means everybody can learn it. Samskrutam Sarvatra. Samskruta Sarvatra.
Samskruta Sarvatra. Everywhere Sanskrit.
So there it is everybody. Here it is everywhere. So Sanskrit everywhere or LLO Samskruta. Punah Smaranam or Smaranam Punah. Both we can use because Samskruta is flexible in the writing or pronouncing or reading sequence of words. So that flexibility we will use here. Or Samskruta Saulabhya. We will make use of fully for this one. So punah smaranam or smaranam punah, both are right. So how do we interpret this?
Again and again we have to remember what we have done.
We are remembering what we have learned in the previous lessons. So remembering again, something like that. Punaha means again, remember, remembering, etc. is that smarana. What are the 4 steps to learn any language, including but not limited to Samskruta, which we have discussed previous classes?
We have to first listen, then speak, then read, then write.
Very good. See, that means Punah Smaranam you have done now. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So if you go through it several times, you will remember, otherwise you will not remember. So there are 4 steps to learn any language, including but not limited to Samskrita. Whatever may be the subject we are learning, these 4 steps are necessary. So listening, speaking, reading, writing. If we make them short also, only the words like listen, speak, read, write. If you remember, that is enough. So here the words in Samskrita is, yesterday I gave Prunauti. I was just trying to see, sometimes this they will give in examination, identify the odd item, like that.
Okay, sir.
So we used Prunauti here yesterday. All other place it was Vadati, Patati, Likati, like that it was there. So I thought, can we make it like Sprunati and tried with the Google Translator?
Okay, sir.
It gives same meaning for both.
Yeah.
So I thought, let us keep it in this way, and we can always change later on, because you see the purpose of learning is one is I think I have told in the previous classes sometime that there was one Sarvagna Vachana. I think I have told, you may be there in earlier some class. Otherwise, I will tell. So it is something like Kelavam Ballavarinda Kalto. Something you learn from those who know something, not 100% from the same person, like that. Kelavam, something like a mal power in the Kalto. That means whatever somebody is doing, by looking at that, you have to learn. That means if a teacher is writing on the board, you will be looking at how he is writing the letters. Is it not? So that pattern we can start writing. If a part maker is there, madake madonu, then how he does the madake, that somebody should see and then try to do the same thing, repetition. Same thing in the house, suppose vegetable cutting. First you will see what others are doing, and that one we can try to follow. So that is what Kelavam mal power in the culture. Kelavam swataha tane madi tiliyanda sarvagna. That means certain things we have to do on our own and then learn. That is where this writing, reading practice comes. So you have to do yourself. Then after this, there was one Someshwara Shataka. So there he used the 3 items in his poem also. He added 2 items more. That is Kelavam Ballavarinda Kalto. He wrote, that he has written. Next he added Kelavam Shastrangalam Kelutam. That means listening to thinkers, writers, scholars, etc. Then Kelavam mal power in the Kandu. He has written that one. Then he added one more extra, that is Kelavam Sajjana Sangadindala real. That means people who are doing similar thing, from them you have to learn. That means learn from the learners of the same thing, like that we can say, who are in the same area of study or area of liking. They may be teacher, they may be student, they may be anybody. No, it doesn't matter. So, Kelavam Sugnanadem Nodatam. That is same as Kelavam Swataha Maditili and the Sarvagna. That means use your own idea and try to learn something more on your own. Then he says, if this much is done, then he will say, this is something like a Sarvagna Nappam Naram, he says. That means he will become father of Sarvagna, because Sarvagna is already knows everything. You are adding two things more. One is Shastrangalam Kelatam. ಎರಡನೇದು ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಂಘದಿಂದೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞನಪ್ಪ ನರಂ, like that. So that 3 has become 5 from this Sarvagna Vachana to Someshwara Sataka. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Like that, we will try to make improvement. It is possible to add something new here, remove something, and make some changes to suit our convenience. So I just changed yesterday for this word so that it looks almost similar pattern. That is the idea. So ಕೇಳುವುದು, ಹೇಳುವುದು, ಓದುವುದು, ಬರೆಯುವುದು in Kannada. These are the 4 essential parts for learning any subject, including learning languages and also Sanskrit. So approximately in Hindi it is like this: sunana, kahna, padna, likhna. So Namo Namaha we have learned from previous several classes. Exact meaning is not there, but it is like I bow down to all of you kind of a thing. And Aham Sarvebhya Namami. That is what it approximately means. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಲೆಬಾಗಿ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. Approximately this is what means. मैं आप सभी को नमन करता हूँ in Hindi. So this practice is there in some parts of the world. There, when several people meet, they will do Namo Namaha like this. So this at least we can do in front of the God's photo or God's small idols or anything like that, so that really it will be a good exercise, which we made a trial yesterday also. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So it will be actually a good exercise. Now you are alone or someone else has come? No.
Me alone, sir. No one
that is still nice, because you will have more opportunity to practice. Yeah. See, that is what you will have the practice for reading what is written on the screen. Plus you can listen to what whoever is speaking. You can also talk about the same thing or repeating the same thing. See, repeating is very, very essential. See, for example, I will tell if some pilot is taking an aircraft from the parking place to the runway, he cannot simply just start and take it away like that, just like we do for two-wheeler or cycle or a car or like that. He has to take permission from what is called as ground movement control. So whatever is moving anywhere and within the ground, within the airport limits, they have to take permission from them, because there may be other aircraft coming, other vehicle is going there, something like that. So there should not be accident. So they will ask for permission. Approximately it is something like this. See here, 2 varieties of people are there. Some variety of people, they want only message, because the airport is overcrowded, and they do not require something like good morning, good evening, etc. like that, because that is wasting time. So when there is a leisure aircraft where Gantegondo or one takeoff landing something is there you can say good morning, etc. to start with. Otherwise, busy airports, they don't want that. They want only exact information. So, suppose we can say Bangalore grounds, say Cessna 172, departing for training area, received whiskey, request taxi, like that. Now, the ground control man will say, this is Cessna 172, taxi to holding point golf and wait. Now, the pilot has to repeat the same sentence so that he has understood what he is telling. So, what was said? Taxi
Repeat.
to holding point golf and wait, like that. Whatever the control people have told, same word they have to repeat. Then the control people will understand that he has listened and he will follow the instructions correctly. So he should go to, he will know by the airport map where is that holding point golf, where he can go and wait there for further signal, further instructions, like that. So one day, actually, this kind of an instruction came, and I was knowing where is the holding point golf, but he is going towards holding point alpha. So alpha, beta, gamma, like that, different names will be given, like that. So if the whole picture map is not in our mind, then we cannot go to the place as instructed by the controller or control people. You're able to follow? So
Yes, sir.
here also like that only. Whatever one person tells, you can repeat it so that, oh yes, he has followed the same thing. So there may be small differences in pronunciation, style of pronunciation. Something may be melodious, something may not. Well, it may look harsh, anything like that. But doesn't matter. Here at least the message is important. And Samskruta has become so flexible and provides so much of facilities or saulabhya that we should make use of it. So words must appear slightly here and there, does not matter. No grammar, nothing is required. So roughly we have to listen, speak, read, write. Listen, speak, read, it comes here only in the class. Writing you have to do as homework. Unless you practice writing, it will not be easy to learn the language, because you have to write and write the examinations, written exam only. All oral exams will not be there. So it is necessary to write, and one time writing is equal to 10 times reading. Now some of the words we have learned is these things. So I think who else has come, please?
No, sir, I am only.
Okay. Then these are the words we have already read several times, is it not? So
Yes, sir.
here, important thing is we can see that all these words have something in common.
Yeah, cha, by using cha.
Here, the word ti is there. Every word is ending with ti. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Like that. Now, we learned about 18 varieties of these words ending with ti, plus some of these words that are also something like 16. Now here saha means he, sa means she. So amanu, avadu, like that. Samskruta Suvida, that is what the facility we get here. Facility in Sanskrit. Sanskrit me Suvida in Hindi. ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ in Kannada. So we have something like likati, pachati, shrunati. These are the 3 extra words we have learned apart from the 18 what we have learned earlier. So we have added another word cha here, then tvam and saha. Saha, of course, it has come early. Saha and sa we have already covered.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So here, instead of telling the 3 like this, we can write the 3 here and end with cha. But we have used, in addition to these new words, we have used the old one, that is vadate was extra, patate was this one. So these two we have already learned. So these three are extra: shrunate, likate, pachate. Now the sequence how we write is not important. So we can say balakaha patate, shrunate, likate, vadate, pachate, cha. So cha is generally written at the end. It means and or also it means. So balakaha is boy. So boy reads, listens, writes, this is tells or speaks, then cooks, like that. So when reading, we will keep eye on where is cha coming. If this is coming, we can add that and this one. That is reading, listening, writing, saying, and cooking, like that. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So here, same thing is given. If you write like this, it becomes 5 sentences. Now, we can write this in one sentence also, because we is knowing all of them. So only 2 are there, we can write like this. Balakaha patate, shrunate, cha. Suppose he is doing 3 of them, patate, shrunate, likate, cha. If he is doing 4 items, patate, shrunate, likate, vadate, cha. So if it is 5 items, we can write like this. Now here we have changed the location for the different words. Actually here too many varieties will come. How many items will come, do you think? If you take 5 items here.
5 means 5 sentences, sir. 1, 2, 2 each, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 also we can read.
But in the 5, these words rearranging in different pattern.
Arranging them different.
Arranging in different pattern.
Yes, sir.
It will come something like it is something like this. Say, you have any idea of a factorial of a number?
Sir.
Oh,
one number is going to multiply with the same number.
What? Not same number. Suppose it is 5 factorial. How much
Yes,
is
sir.
that one? How much will be that?
25.
No, that's what I mean. So 5 factorial means 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1.
Multiplied by 1. Yes.
That is called factorial. 1 factorial is 1.
Okay.
2 factorial is
1 and 2.
1 and 2. That means 2 only. 3 factorial means
3.
3 into 2 into 1. That means it is 6. 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1.
2 into 1.
So it will become 24 varieties there.
Okay.
4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2
4
into 1.
into 3 into 2
that is
into 1.
24. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. How much it is? 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by
12
multiplied by 1.
24, 25.
24. There is no 25. It is, we are multiplying, not adding.
Okay, so 24.
Okay. So 5 factorial means 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. So 5 into 4?
180, I guess. 180.
5 into 4 is 20.
20.
20 into 3 is 60.
60. 120, sir.
60 into 2 is 120. 120 into 1 is 120 only.
120.
That means these words, if you arrange in different pattern between this balakaha and cha, 120 varieties will come here.
Yes, sir.
That means such a big number of sentences you can make without learning extra. Now, in case we start with na, any of those words, it means we do not know that. We are not doing it like that. So, balakaha na shrunate, na patate, na likate, na vadate, na vadate cha. Means the boy does not hear, boy does not read, boy does not write, boy does not say anything, boy does not cook. That means he is not doing any of these things like that.
Sir,
So,
one question is there.
yeah.
Can I ask? Actually, these sentences in English are called negative sentence. In Kannada are called nakaratmaka vakyagalu. In Sanskrit, do we have any name for this, sir?
Now, actually, in learning, we should not go for learning any technical jargon, because only when we follow how a child learns from the beginning by listening to the people around it and observing what they are trying to do, like that, they try to learn. I told you one example. A friend of mine, they're about 3 years old child, they have instructed her to say no for whatever anybody asks.
Yes,
I was not knowing. So I asked her, what is your name? She said, no, my name is Anusha. Then I was just listening what are the words she speaks. Suddenly she said otherwise. Then I really wondered, because otherwise such a word that very only more educated people can speak. How this child was able to speak? Because it will be observing what other people will be talking. Maybe his father may be telling his friend, I will come maybe at 10 o'clock, otherwise I will come by 5 o'clock. Like that. So child has listened and it has registered it in his mind, in the mind. So therefore, we have to learn simply like that. Do not attach anything, otherwise it will be, we are complicating. So we want to simplify, standardize, and this is study, beginning with study. Simplify. Standardize. That is what I am trying to do in all of this. We have to read plenty, but we have to see how the simplest form we can present so that people can understand without learning extra. No complication should be brought, because mind is one important thing, or the brain, where if it finds little difficulty, it avoids doing it. Always it wants the simplest possible form. For example, we have to go straight and take left turn, but that corner side is open, and some people have already used the diagonal type of line and a shortcut they have made. Now we want to go by the shortest route only, so we don't go to the end of the road and left turn, but we cross along the side and we will go. Is it not?
Correct.
So therefore, brain wants simplest things, and it has the choice to only go for that simplest one. Anything slight difficult, it will not allow us to proceed further. For example, that abhilekha, something like that we heard, which you are not able to say this, I do not know, you said, is it not? So,
yes,
what the brain is telling is, no, this is not anywhere in my library or in my memory locations. I have not heard this. I do not know. So, unless you know, it will not proceed further. That is the difficulty. So we have to avoid all technical terminology and try to learn simplest form in the simplest sequence so that all this, whatever we learn and reason repeatedly, will be registered in our mind. Then it becomes easier to understand the meaning, and then formation of the resulting sentence, which will be left to us only, how to make it like that. So, for example, here we have written again same thing. Yeah. So, balakaha शृणते लिखते पचते पठते धावते विकसते नमते तिष्ठते पतते वदते अटते यच्यते पश्यते हसते पढ़ते पृच्छ्यते क्रीडते रक्ष्यते गच्छते खादते उपविशते च. That means the boy is doing all these things. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Now there is another boy who is not doing all these things. So if you go to matrimonial bureau, there they will give different horoscopes and their biodata, and there say here is a person, he is a engineer and he is working in software company, but he doesn't listen to anybody, he will not write anything, he will not cook also, he will not read anything you write, he will run away from you, like that. So who will select? Nobody will select, is it not?
Yes, sir.
So if it is the other way, then what happens? Oh, he is doing all this, so that means maybe he is helpful in domestic work also, at least for cleaning and other things, if not for cooking, things like that. So whatever is not there, maybe he can learn by observing, by looking at what we are doing, how to do many things like that. So this is where application comes in. So probably no class will tell about these things in this one, those who are teaching the any language or any other subject also. So I'm trying to give all that data. Now we studied about balaka, but now we use that word saha, which you already learned. Saha means we can take it as he. So you can read this.
सः शृणोति लिखति पठति पचति पठति धावति विकसति नमति तिष्ठति पतति वदति अटति यच्छति पश्यति हसति पढ़ति पृच्छति क्रीडति रक्षति गच्छति खादति उपविशति च.
What will be the meaning approximately?
Sir means he listens, he writes, he listens, writes, cooks, reads, runs, develops. Namati means he regards, he stands, salutes, he stands, he falls, he talks, he roams, he wanders, roams, he gives, he sees, he laughs, he falls, he asks, he plays, he protects, he goes, he eats, and he sits near.
Very good.
And all.
Yeah, that's very good. So here this hasate, instead of laughs, we can say smiles.
Smiles.
Because
smiles.
the boy laughs means something, boy smiles means give a different.
That day you told me, but I didn't.
Yeah. So we will take it that which pleases us. That one we will say. And here we can use what is known as the three monkeys rule. That means if something is bad is not there, we will not listen, we will not see, we will not speak also. So that way we try to use the three monkeys principle in learning every subject, including the Samskruta language which you are learning. This is, I am giving the idea, no other teacher will give. So we have to follow the, whatever you have learned some previous thing, you must try to make use of it. Otherwise, we will not be using all the knowledge we have acquired. Now, what about this? You can read it once.
Yes, sir. स न शृणोति न लिखति न पचति न पठति न धावति न विकसति न नमति न तिष्ठति न पतति न वदति न अटति न यच्छति न पश्यति न हसति न पठति न पृच्छति न क्रीडति न रक्षति न गच्छति न खादति उपविशति न उपविशति च.
So, that means whatever that other boy was doing, this boy is not doing like that. So, we can have a comparison. Maybe we have interviewed two persons and found that one person says like that, another person says like this. Now, whom do you select?
Who is doing the work?
That is one type. But I have come across many bosses where they will take the second type of person. You know why?
Why, sir?
Because the first person, see, I can give example, then you will understand. So there was one major by name, say Sabapati, for example.
Okay.
And under him, a person was working by maybe by name like Dikshit.
Okay.
Now, the Dikshit is a very efficient fellow. He was able to type letters at a minimum of 120 words per minute.
Oh.
And I have seen it, how fast he was pushing the carriage, left to right. It was so fast, 120 words per minute typing. And he was expert who has undergone that junior, senior, and some professional grade examinations, everything completed. Now, he will take dictation from the boss. He will type the letter and bring it back.
Correct.
Now, the boss says, Dikshit, are you my boss or what? You have to type what I have told you, you have to type, not yourself correcting.
What do you think?
Because he is intelligent, so he will try to check grammatically, etc. This is not the correct way of writing, this is the right way of doing, like that. Is it not?
Correct.
So, he will correct it and give. But this fellow who gave the dictation, he knows very well what words he has used and what sequence he has used. So, he finds what is typed is, though grammatically correct, professionally correct, etc., it is not what is his dictation. So, such people will take the second type of person, which is on the screen, because they will go and ask every step, sir, this is written like this, but this may be this one, but whatever you say, I will type. He will go and ask.
Correct.
Next, what should I do? Next, what? Every step he will ask. So, the boss will have more something affinity toward this person, because there is no chance of any mistake happening. So, any doubt comes, he will come and ask before typing. So, we cannot say which is right, which is wrong. But depending on the person, requirement for selection, etc., both are fine. Those who know, it is fine. Those who don't know, it is fine. Suppose a girl marries a boy who knows cooking. Now, there can be problem, because he has learned some method of cooking, used some type of ingredients in certain proportion, whereas the other one might have learned in a different way. One example I can give. You know how to prepare upma?
Yes, sir.
How do you prepare?
With the vegetables which we need, we will cook first, and then pour water. After boiling, we will put salt and sugar and the rava.
So that is one method. But I had opportunity to visit a Marathi family. There, I was observing how they will prepare upma. So, they kept one bandle on one stove and another bandle on another one. where in this one they have put water. Simultaneously, the other vessel they are frying the rava. Then adding this this is the oil and this salt, the vegetable pieces, etc. like that. Then when the water boils, they'll pour that mixture there and stir it.
That is also one type.
So some people find that method is easier than this one. End product is same only. But some people, after doing this, they pour the water to the other vessel. See, hot water, this side hot dry items are there. In boiling water, they will add to this one and stir. Some people will add this all items to the boiling water and stir.
Correct.
So therefore, there can be conflict. This is not. This is the way I learned in my house, and things like that. So we cannot say which is good or bad, but we must be willing to learn from everybody. That is what Kelavam Balavarinda Kalpa. Kelavam Malpavarinda Kanda. They may be different ways. Now, what about this? Can you read this one?
Sa shrunoti, likhati, pachati, pathati, dhavati, vikasati, namati, tishtati, patati, vadati, atati, yachati, pashyati, hasati, padati, pruchati, kridati, rakshati, gachati, khadati, upavishati cha.
Now, what is the meaning here?
She listens, rides.
Sa means see, it is.
She.
Sa is see. Avalu. So previous one was Saha.
Saha means avanu, Sa means avalu.
Avalu. Now let us see this one. You can read this once again.
Sa na shrunoti, na likhati, na pachati, na pathati, na dhavati, na vikasati, na namati, na tishtati, na patati, na vadati, na atati, na yachati, na pashyati, na hasati, na padati, na pruchati, na kridati, na rakshati, na gachati, na khadati, na upavishati cha.
So
she is not now doing anything.
You are able to understand this. No, this is she. She. Sa means she.
She is not able to do it.
What about this? You can read this.
Tat shrunoti, likhati, pachati, pathati, dhavati, vikasati, namati, tishtati, patati, vadati, atati, yachati, pashyati, hasati, padhati, pruchati, kridati, rakshati, gachati, khadati, upavishati cha.
What it will mean?
That means it.
It or that, like that.
That or it.
It or that.
That listens, rides, like that.
Now, what could be some example here?
Any animal we can write.
No. This one, Sat means this, that and it, like that. So it could be a robot.
Okay.
Which people might have not given thinking. I am trying to give you some idea. It is not he. It is not
it's
she.
Not she.
But it is that. For example, that means it can be a robot also. That means it can be a computer. That it can be something else, like that. So it is meant for particular purpose. Now we have seen that auto idli making machine, auto this dosa making machine, all the demonstrations have come in.
Yes, sir.
All the washing machines, refrigerators, TV, things like that. So there will be interactive things also. Dictation taking software has come. So if you just tell it, it will do it, like that. So speech recognition software. So first we have to train it. That means we have to use some standard sentences using your own pronunciation. Then it will try to learn from the words that we have used. Later on, if you say translate this from Sanskrit to English, then it will ask what is your this one, then it will translate it. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
One example I can give. This is I gave this example maybe about 50 years back. So here at that time computers were new. So computer was housed in a very big room. The size was so big, it required a big hall. Now there was an operator. His job was to receive the programs given by the customers, which are in the form of punched cards arranged in particular order, maybe containing 1,000 cards, 2,000 cards, 500 cards, etc. in a box. Now he has to feed it and get the results, the printed out sheet output, then collect back the cards also, put it in the box and give that along with that printed result. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
One day the operator thought, why so many people are coming and giving something, taking away something like that. So he just typed on the computer console.
Okay.
Because someone, he asked someone, then he says, the first computer will ask me something, I will say you do like this, then it will do and give like that. Then he thought, when spare time, he wanted to try. So in the console keyboard using, he typed, where is my father?
Okay.
So computer made a number of flickering lights to come and go, etc. Then finally it typed on the teleprinter, your father is fishing. Now his father was a bank manager, so he telephoned his father and asked him, are you in the bank? Yes, he said, I am here sitting from morning to evening. Some customers have come in the morning, they are broken my head. I am busy, I didn't go anywhere. Then he typed to the computer again, but Mohan is there in the office. So computer again made several flickering lights to come and go, made some beep beeps, etc. Then it typed on the teleprinter. Mohan may be there in his office, but your father is still fishing. So this came something like an illustrated weekly in those days. There was in later when there was 1 or 2 pages reserved for that. Nowadays I don't know whether it is coming or not. So this one, I gave this as an example while teaching about computers and programming in those days. Okay. So that is why we can make a new invention, make our own sentences, paragraphs to mean whatever we want, and we can use it for entertainment purposes. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So what we have to do is, you must become familiar with these words, reading again and again and again. There is no method of something like a capsule or a tablet. Take once in the morning, once in the evening for 30 days. You will get fluency in Sanskrit, fluency in English, fluency in Kannada, anything like that. It is not there. So we have to do the that 9S principle what I am using. Study, 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 simplify, 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 standardize, standardize, standardize. But not stop there. You again go for repeatedly applying this so that we can improve upon what we are learning and what you are telling others also like that. So this you are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you can read this once.
तत् न शृणोति न लिखति न पचति न पठति न धावति न विकसति न नमति न तिष्ठति न पतति न वदति न अटति न यच्छति न पश्यति न हसति न पठति न पृच्छति न क्रीडति, न रक्षति, न गच्छति, न खादति, न उपविशति च.
So what will be the example for these things?
Any non-living thing.
Anything we can give. You can a chair, let us say, it will be there. It may not be able to do all this. A hair clip, a pen, a pencil, anything like that. Hello?
Yes, sir.
ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇದು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 1 hour ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಒಂದು ಗಂಟೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ ಅದು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಬಿಸಿ ಇನ್ ಎ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್, ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮೀ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 1 hour. Okay, let us come back. So we can use it for this entertainment purposes also. In between, we will learn how to read different type of words, listen this kind of words sometimes later, and try to interpret what is their approximate meaning. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So there is nothing that is waste. Kasadinda rasa. That was the best example that we can use here. Maybe you will be knowing the example of something like this a Japan tourist. He came to Bangalore. Did anybody tell you this story?
No, sir, I didn't know.
Story of a Japanese tourist who came to Bangalore, and he was traveling by train from Bangalore to Mysore.
Okay.
At Mandya, they were giving this sugar cane, cut pieces after removing the skin, ready to eat for them. Sugar cane pieces.
Yeah, I know, sir. I know.
So
Kabbu.
there several people purchased in the same aisle. So he also purchased one box of that. And he observed that everybody eating and throwing away that this after chewing the juice out of the window. What he was doing was, after eating, he will carefully take it from the mouth and put it in his pocket. So after some time, everything is over and his packet was full. Now he took out that one and he had the sewing thread. He prepared a mala out of that. Then he had some coloring box. So he applied the paint here and there so that it looked like a colorful garland.
Wow, super.
When he got down at Mysore, he sold it for 50 paisa. But he has purchased for 3 paisa in Mandya. At that time it was Ardha Ane. So he sold it as 50 paisa and gone. So these people just lost the money, but he used that Kasadinda rasa and he made creative thing, plus he earned the money also.
Correct.
So that way, that should be used in learning everything, every subject. Something may be bad or writing like that, or something this one. Maybe we will try to use it this way, like that. We can plan. That will be making the learning also interesting, and it will be entertaining for others also. Now let us read this and see what it happens.
रामः शृणोति, लिखति, पचति, पठति, धावति, विकसति, नमति, तिष्ठति पतति वदति अटति यच्छति पश्यति हसति पठति पृच्छति क्रीडति रक्षति गच्छति खादति उपविशति च.
What will be the meaning here?
ರಾಮನು ಕೇಳಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಬರೆಯುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಓದುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಓಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಹೊಂದುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾನೆ, ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ, ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಮಾತನಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಲೆಯುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಕೊಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ನೋಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ನಗುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಆಟವಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ರಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾನೆ, ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತಾನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹತ್ತಿರವಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾನೆ.
ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾನೆ, like that. Now here we will not use na for this kind of a thing because we are talking about a particular person. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
See, yarna we are talking sahar, sa, we can tell. But for particular persons, we will not tell. We will tell only these things. And it seems this when Hanumanta went to Lanka, Sita got a doubt because there were so many devils. They were taking different shape and trying to
disguising.
Talk to her. So she thought, you are telling you are Ramana Bhakta, so tell me some of his characteristics. Then he says, it is impossible. You know, Gururajula Naidu Harikatha, if you have heard, he says, ಮೇರು ಪರ್ವತವ ಲೇಖನಿಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಗರವ ಮಸಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆದರೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ ರಾಮನ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ವಿವರಿಸಲು. That means this what we have taken some 18 plus 3, 21 words only. For this itself you are thinking he is a great person. But several thousand words if you use like this, his list will not complete. That is the kind of Rama. Rama means that one. So that is why there are opportunities for ladies when singing the song during the festivals. They will say, ನೀನು ಯಾಕೋ ನಿನ್ನ ಹಂಗೆ ಯಾಕೋ, ನಿನ್ನ ನಾಮದ ಬಲ ಒಂದಿದ್ದರೆ ಸಾಕು. The strength of name Rama is more than enough. We don't want Rama or any understanding between it too. Yes.
Yeah, extra power.
Like that. So we will try to use this way. What about this? You can read
Sita Shrunati. Sita Shrunati, Likhati, Pachati, Pathati, Dhavati, Vikasati, Namati, Tishtati, Patati, Vadati, Atati, Yachati, Pashyati, Hasati, Padati, Pruchati, Kridati, Rakshati, Gachati, Khadati, Upavishati cha.
What is the meaning?
ಸೀತಾ ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಬರೆಯುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಓದುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಓಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಮಾತನಾಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಅಲಿಯುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಕೊಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ನೋಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ನಗುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಆಟವಾಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ರಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾಳೆ.
Very good. So here also, because we are talking about a person, we will not use na there. What about this? This we have read once. You can read it once more.
Okay, sir. Tat shrunati, likhati, pachati, pachati, dhavati, vikasati, namati, tishtati, patati, vadati, atati, yachati, pashyati, hasati, padhati, pruchati, क्रीडति, रक्षति, गच्छति, खादति, उपविशति च.
What will be the meaning?
ಅದು ಕೇಳುತ್ತದೆ, ಬರೆಯುತ್ತದೆ, ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ, ಓದುತ್ತದೆ, ಓಡುತ್ತದೆ, ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತದೆ, ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತದೆ, ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತದೆ, ಬೀಳುತ್ತದೆ, ಹೇಳುತ್ತದೆ, ಮಾತನಾಡುತ್ತದೆ, ಅಲಿಯುತ್ತದೆ, ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ, ನೋಡುತ್ತದೆ, ನಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಬೀಳುತ್ತದೆ, ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ, ಆಟವಾಡು ಕೇಳುತ್ತದೆ, ಪೃಚ್ಛತಿ ಕೇಳುತ್ತದೆ, ಆಟವಾಡುತ್ತದೆ, ರಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತದೆ, ಹೋಗುತ್ತದೆ, ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ.
See, this one, it can be everything they are automating, remove,
Yes, sir.
reducing the manual labor, etc. This, say something like a passbook updating machine in the bank. You see, it will listen, it will ask, you do like this, turn over the page and feed it. Something more is there to print, etc. like that. So, olden days, these examples were difficult to give in those days. What is this? Although you are telling all this, now it has become common factor. See, while going on the vehicle also, if we are using GPS, it will say after 300 meters you take left turn. And suppose we take right turn, it will not shout at us. It will say go 500 meters, take a roundabout and come back to this thing. It will say in the same voice. It will be without shouting. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So we should become like that Google Assistant. Even if somebody shouts at us also, we have to speak in a very soft manner with a good, using good word sentences only. Our reaction should be like that Google Assistant, for whether it is traffic or anything else. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So these examples now we can give, because even your other teachers will surprise. Oh yes, this is also possible, like that. Now for this we can tell this also. See here, there was a particular example here. Whatever we say, it may not go. For example, suppose it happens like this for that electronic voting machine. What happens?
Yes, sir. You want me to read this?
I
thought of reading. तत् न शृणोति, न लिखति, न पचति, न पठति, न धावति, न विकसति, न नमति, न तिष्ठति, न पतति, न वदति, न अटति, न यच्छति, न पश्यति, न हसति, न पढ़ति, न पृच्छति, न क्रीडति, न रक्षति, न गच्छति, न खादति, न उपविशति च.
So what is the meaning?
ಅದು ಕೇಳಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಓದುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಓಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಳೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಲ್ಲುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೀಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತನಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನೋಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೀಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಟವಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ರಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಊಟ ತಿನ್ನುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೂ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ.
Very good. So any items like that, suppose you are talking about, suppose it doesn't listen, electronic voting machine.
Yes.
What will happen? Press whatever button you press, it will
count. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it will count for some particular party only. You can give a program like that. Is it not?
Yes,
read
sir.
X, but count for Y.
Oh, correct, sir.
Is it not?
Correct.
There they will do the testing before the starting of the election process, voting process. You can check the voting machine, and they will call the representatives of those who are contesting, whoever was there, and maybe there are some 20 people, 30 people, 50 people, like that. Not more than that will be there. Is it not?
Yes,
So the program we can write As long as the total votes counted so far is less than or equal to 50, whatever the button is pressed, you count for that particular symbol. Beyond that, irrespective of the button pressed, you count only for this particular button. Like that, we can write a program. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So what happens in a booth? There are something like 1,000 voters. They are there casting the vote. First, that 50 or 100, whatever the programmer has set, it will count for the whoever, whichever button is pressed. So that particular person. But beyond that number, what the programmer has set, it could be 500 also when there are 1,000 voters. But 500 can go to the button pressed. Beyond that, irrespective of the button pressed, it will say print the slip, but count only for that. Like that we can give, so that even that printed slip also will come that way correctly only. But counting will be done in some other way, and all 100% of verification is not done. They will take some 5 sample and do it like that. That's what they do. So anything is possible, nothing is impossible. Because whatever we can, something like conceive and believe in our mind, we can achieve. That is the formula. Now, maybe we will stop here and we will continue tomorrow at 10 o'clock, adding some extra words. Like Saha, we already learned.
Yes, sir.
We will add this one, Swam and Aham. So Aham means I. Swam means you. Saha means he. So in Kannada it will be Avano. You Swam means Nino. Aham means Nanu. Nino, Nanu, Avano. So 3 categories. We have studied now Avano. He is Padate, he is Likate, he is Vadate, he is Shrunate, etc. So we will see tomorrow. We will add these things extra and see what we can do from that one. Okay?
Okay.
So now we'll stop here. Please join in time. You tell the other friends also. If anybody wants to join, they can come. The same link they can use and join. But they must be serious. They must be burning desire to learn. And they will learn not only language. I will give plenty of examples, classroom examples.
That is only needed, because simply learning language anybody can learn, but simplifying and making sentences are important.
Yes. In all other places, people will go, pay any amount of money, they ask, buy all the books they speak, but they will not learn, and the person who is teaching will not forget. That's all. But he may not give the application like what I am giving. It is impossible, because they will not have so much of knowledge. Whatever is written in the book, they will read, they will tell in Kannada, that's all. But how it comes, what it comes, anything, nobody will be knowing. That's it. Okay, we'll stop here, and we'll continue tomorrow at the same 10:30 only.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
10 o'clock. Okay. Actually, I was operating today up to 9:30. There was no electricity. Now, what to do if electricity doesn't come? Well, luckily, it came at about 9:50 here. So,
super, sir.
Therefore, we were able to join and.
Yesterday, I mean, at my house it was not there, but luckily I have backup.
That's what. So those UPS is there at least. At least for half an hour, 1 hour, something can be done. That is there. Okay. So you can tell somebody, whoever is seriously interested, then only they can come. They can learn, and I can learn from them also, because everybody is a unique personality. So we can learn from everybody. Varna matram kalisidatam guru. Even if we learn one akshara from anybody, he will be our guru. That is what. So we'll stop here, continue tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you.
So Punarmilamaha Swaha.
Punarmilamaha.
Burasati Varaha.
Burasati Varaha.
10 Vadanam.
पुनर्मिलामः.
Dashavadanam. Hindi Dasha,
Dashavadanam.
but Samskruta it is Dasha.
Dashavadanam.
Full we will say. Okay, okay. We will learn step by step. We will learn. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
This program is brought to you by Matavara Dual Institute of Technology. This is the free virtual learning center for everybody. Become an eminent scientist, professor, engineer, innovator in the shortest possible time and in the simplest possible way. Learn free at any place, learn free at any time, learn free at any pace. This is an Atmanirbhara Bharata initiative. Thanks to Corona for having made this possible. Good luck, learners. Have a good day.